Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Big Donch Show. Today, I'm joined by another professional boxer, Tyler Jolly. Tyler had a very successful amateur career, being a Commonwealth medalist, and has a professional record of 2-0 with 2 KOs. Thank you, Tyler, for joining me today, especially on a short notice. I messaged you a couple of days ago, and thank you for getting back to me.
Nah, it's no problem, mate. Happy to do it.
So, you have a fight coming up in November 18th. Just tell me how you're feeling and how camp has been.
Yep, camp's been really good. I've been sparring with some boys that I've been fighting for Celtic titles and stuff. I've been sparring really, really well. I'm just relaxed. I'm kind of focused. I'm still chilled out. Still got a week to go. So
Good. So, you were decorated amateur boxer. Just tell me how you got involved with the sport of boxing and what you love so much about the sport.
yeah, I was just a really hyper child, to be honest. I tried every sport. I tried football, tennis, kind of swimming. I was never very good at any of them, and then started boxing just to try it out. I went to a boxing show and really enjoyed the buzz and the atmosphere, and started training for then. And I just love it. I love everything about boxing. I love the competition side of it, but I also love the side that shows you respect. It teaches you manners. It teaches you respect for others, respect for your opponent. You could go 10 rounds, 12 rounds with your opponent, battering lumps with each other, and then at the end you hear a big cuddle.
Right. And who were some of the boxers that you looked up to while growing up?
When I was younger, probably I was watching loads of Roy Jones Jr. on YouTube, Floyd Mayweather. Amateur boxers, you're always looking at Lomachenko and stuff. Trying to take wee things for each one of their styles and stuff and add it to your own. But now as you get older, you just try and be yourself. I think I don't try and be anybody, but my boxing hero is probably Floyd Mayweather because he's just too good.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And listen, what you were right about the sport being just a great disciplined sport. I mean, nobody can really understand the respect unless they step in the ring, right? A lot of fans, a lot of people like to critique outside of the ring when they never stepped foot inside. And I definitely get what you're saying, right? They won't know. It's definitely a disciplined sport.
Oh, it's probably the most disciplined sport because it's an individual sport, but so is tennis. But in tennis, you don't get punched in the face for 12 rounds. You know what I mean?
Correct, yeah.
You in football and that, you've always got somebody. If you make a mistake, there's 10 other players to back you up. But if you make a mistake in boxing, excuse me, or if you don't train hard enough or you take an opponent lightly, you're that's going to pay the price.
I agreed. And you're just a turned professional now. So what was the decision like to turn professional? What was the transition? How was the support of the people around you?
The support was good. Everybody they trust me to make the right decision for myself. So when I started thinking about it, the moment that pushed my brain more towards turning pro was my weight got cut out of the Olympics. Recently after I had just joined the GB Olympic team. So I was either to move up in weight or move down in weight, or I could turn pro. And I didn't think I had enough time to properly move into a different weight class and be as effective as I was. So that's what mainly pushed me to turn professional.
So what other are some important factors that people should know just in general for turning pro, right? Picking your coaches, when to train, what to do full time, right?
Yeah.
Some people are full-time boxers, but then there's many other people I know here in the United States. There's people who are full-time boxers or professional boxers, but they have a full-time job. So what's your some factors that you could give out?
I'm very, very lucky. I've only recently been able to be a full-time boxer. Up until then, I was needing to work a full-time job and be an amateur boxer. But as of last year, I got my first sponsor, which is Gareth Fairhurst at Fair Buildings Limited, and he supported me to basically give me everything. And as you seen with the Commonwealth Games medal and stuff, the full time boxing works. And since then, I've had a few more sponsors come on board, and it really shows. It really helps. Like I feel like you can't give 100% to your job or 100% to your boxing if you're doing both. It's you're either giving 60% or 40%, or like you can never give boxing. If boxing's what you want to do professionally, you need to take it deadly, deadly serious because it's a serious sport that you can't play boxing, as the famous saying goes. But nah, me myself, I train kind of 5, 6 days a week, twice a day sometimes. You need the right team behind you for turning pro. It's as much as my mind was set up for turning pro, it was still a big, big decision that you need to find the right manager or the right promoter and the right trainer, because if you don't pick that right, you can be tied into a contract that you're really unhappy with. And for me now, I'm really happy with the decisions I've made so far. I couldn't get a better trainer than Ricky Burns, 3-weight world champion. I couldn't get a better manager than Jason, who's been there and done it as an amateur, and he's fought for a world title before. So I'm really happy with the decisions I've made.
Yeah, and good for you. Very fortunate to have a team like that behind you. So what is a typical day in the life while you're in camp? How many times a day are you training? How many times are you sparring? What's your nutrition like?
Yeah. My nutrition, I'm good with me eating. I know I'm not got a nutritionist as a sort, but I know what I need to do. And typical day is, it depends on what day, obviously, but most days I'm doing a punching session at like 11 or 12 with my coach Ricky. It could be a bag circuit, pads, something like that. And then at night time I'll do sprints or a long distance run. But if it's a sparring day, I'll do a very light run in the morning and then spar at night time.
And how's cutting weight for you? Do you like to be heavy, walk around, or do you like to stay around your weight limit?
I don't go too wild, because I'm not one of these guys that like to sit in a sauna or train in a full tracksuit all the time. I think that must take away from people's performances. So no, I don't really go crazy with my weight. I'm fighting at 154 this time, and I'm only 2 pounds over it, and I've still got a week to go, so that's easy. But for titles, I want to be making 147. And I made 150 for my second fight there, and I had breakfast before the weigh-in, so I don't see 147 being too much of a hassle.
That's good to hear that you're comfortable. So the last question I have for you is just, what are your future goals in the sport? Obviously, you want a belt, but is there anything specific? What would you like to get out of your career when it's all said and done?
I've said it since I started boxing, and people would used to laugh, but my end goal in boxing is to be a world champion and to have a world title fight at Celtic Park.
That's your goal in front of the
That's
home
my
crowd?
goal.
Is that the home crowd for
That's
you?
my goal. Aye, that's my well. I don't really support football much now because I don't get to the games. I'm not really bothered, but just to not let younger me down, I need to do that at some point.
Hey, that's good, man. Chase your dreams. And, I appreciate you joining me. Good luck. Best of luck
No,
in your upcoming
absolutely. Thanks
fight.
very much, mate. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And make sure, guys, for following, make sure to check out Tyler's Instagram account. Make sure to follow out his career. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out, guys. Peace.